The albums I Get Wet and The Wolf had established who Andrew W.K was. With Andrew's music style seemingly being set in stone by his two successful albums, fans knew that a third album would be coming soon. And indeed, a third album was released, only in Japan and South Korea on July 5, 2006, by Universal Records. Unfortunately, this was due to legal disputes and creative and contractual situations involving Andrew's original creative team revolving around the ownership of the name Andrew W.K. Any fan of Andrew W.K will already know this, but for those who don't, for a long time there was a bunch of conspiracy theories involving Andrew and many weird and odd situations occurring. But I believe Gawker explains it best. Andrew W.K is, or was, someone named Steve Mike, who is or isn't the real Andrew W.K, and who was listed as executive producer on I Get Wet. Andrew either used to go by the name Steve Mike and no longer does, or he never did, and Steve Mike is someone else. And then there was a great big switcheroo, and now post-2005 Andrew W.K is a different dude. You can somewhat compare it to the Paul is dead theory involving Paul McCartney. Everything reached a boiling point with Andrew in 2004, forcing him to release this album in Japan and South Korea to avoid any legal troubles.
Are you ready to go to sleep? No! Then show me what you're made of!
The album was called Close Calls with Brick Walls, and it was a major change from the style Andrew established in his previous albums. The wall of sound or Spectre sound formula that is present in I Get Wet and The Wolf is replaced with a more traditional rock sound. As opposed to Andrew screaming his lyrics, Close Calls with Brick Walls has Andrew singing them instead. While the album does contain some songs still dedicated to his theme about partying and containing that explosive energy, the majority of songs give off more of an experimental sound, with a lot of that energetic style being hidden in the middle of the song. What I find most interesting is the album insert. Andrew has expressed in interviews that he was quite upset and very hurt about this conspiracy theory. However, the art from this CD seems to push the idea of conspiracy and gives off an experimental vibe that goes with the whole album. Fans' reactions were mixed, with some being open and supportive of the album, to others being disappointed that the style wasn't the same as the last two albums. Rating-wise, the album peaked at the 30 position for Japan Oricon, with average professional ratings elsewhere. Personally, I find myself having a hard time listening to this album, as a lot of the songs don't provide me with that energy from the previous albums. Songs like You Will Remember Tonight and Not Going to Bed are some of the songs I would recommend listening to. However, in the end, I give this album 3 pizza slices out of 5. Andrew has acknowledged the change, stating, "This was the first time I made music with a different arrangement. But it was a group decision. I had the support of my friends, family, and my team. Most of all, my incredible band. It was a time of new agreements. My whole life went from 180 to 360 in 2 days, starting with a show I wasn't supposed to play in New Jersey. But looking back, I feel like it's all meant to be this way. Like the gods have a special plan for this party." If experimental sound is your cup of tea, then give a listen to Close Calls with Brick Walls. I truly believe the whole legal issues took a hit on this album, and Andrew did his best to turn a stumbling block into a stepping stone. In 2010, Andrew was finally able to release Close Calls with Brick Walls to the rest of the world in a re-released 2-disc edition, along with an album called Mother of Mankind, which could technically be considered his 7th studio album. It contains new songs, unreleased songs, and rare songs from 1999 to 2010. Songs like We Party, You Shout, and I'm a Vagabond captures that Andrew energy that I personally was looking for. And so, I would recommend listening to those songs. With these 2 disc sets in hand, you can then combine the 2 albums together and create that 3rd album that you may personally want. So with Mother of Mankind included, I upgrade this album's rating to 3.5 pizza slices out of 5. Like always, smash that subscribe button if you want to party hard, leave a like and comment below, let me know where you hold this album. Go out and be the best that you can be, and have fun along the way. See ya!